If you go online, progressives basically run everything. But in the real world, progressives are a minority of the Democratic voting bloc. Yeah. And they have almost no political power, but they seem to be very active culturally and in like schools and everything. The progressives kind of like have the reins on all the social issues, but I feel like they're running farther and farther away from where people are at organically in the conversation. Like if you talk to a progressive, they would tell you that like the debate today needs to be whether or not like a 4-year-old can be considered trans. And in the United States, I don't even know if the normal voter has completely bought into anybody being trans yet. My guess is probably 30 to 40% of Americans don't even believe that transness is like a real thing at all. The Republicans have made like trans issues the focal point, I guess, of the past like year and a half of all of their policies, of all of their talking points of like, I feel like every single day I go on Twitter, there's like 7 guys from the Daily Wire talking about Leah Thomas or some trans issue or some culture wars thing related to trans stuff or another book in a school. Yeah. I feel like progressives, when they go to argue about a lot of these niche social issues, there's very little understanding, very little compassion, very little empathy. If they run into somebody that disagrees with them, they basically immediately write them off as like a racist, a bigot, a sexist, a fascist. Right. And then they don't really have the ability to even engage in that conversation. So far it's been okay, because the Trump disaster in the Republican Party has kind of inhibited them from making like good political gains. But if the Republicans get back on their feet again, if DeSantis provides good leadership, or if, God forbid, Trump figures his shit out and he comes back, I think that culturally the progressives have put the Democratic Party in a really weird spot. Like for instance, in 2022, we did really good in the elections. I think a lot of it had to do with abortion and Trump's bad leadership. But like earlier than that, the BLM riots and the push for socialism and the all cops are bastards rhetoric from the progressives, even though they're a minority of the party, really hurt a lot of mainstream Democrats in their elections. So